What's going on? This is Jerron Lockridge. I am the writer and director of Succuba, and I'm here today with one of my leads, Keetrick Copeland. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
What's up, everybody? My name is Keetrick Jazz Copeland. I play the role of Philip in the film Succuba, and I'm originally from Mississippi, a small town in Mississippi. So, doing this film and some of the scenes I was able to relate to because I grew up in a small town. Um, I have I have a background in television productions. I also was a professional basketball entertainer. So I've done quite a bit of things before I actually got into acting over the years. But I'm enjoying my journey right now. And yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
All right, cool, cool. So, how long have you been acting, and what got you into it?
I've been acting for about 15 years. And what got me into acting is when I was playing. I was a show basketball player, so I played with a team similar to the Harlem Globetrotters. So, we did the comedy routines on the basketball court every night, playing with people, making people laugh. And I just got a feel for entertainment and being in front of people, entertaining them. So I decided when I retired in 2008 that I wanted to go into film acting and, kind of do it more on the for real side than the process of just playing around doing comedy routines. So that's what sparked me to get into acting.
So, like when it comes to talent out there, when actors or actresses or whatnot, is it any out there that you would say is your favorite or inspire you to do what you do today?
Yeah, there's quite a few, but just to name a few, I love myself some Morgan Freeman. I love Samuel Jackson, Terrence Howard, Taraji P. Henson. Those are some of the people that I like and that inspire me. Especially Morgan Freeman, being that he's from the South, and he went on his journey and did his thing, and he didn't get his break until later on in life. And he's just so versatile and just so awesome. So he's one of the main ones that inspire me to do what I do.
Yeah, and he was in his 50s, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah. I believe when he got his big break, he was in his 50s.
Yeah, and he's from Mississippi too, originally. So
yeah, and he has a house down in Charleston, Mississippi, which is I think it's less than an hour from where I grew up. So he's there pretty frequently from what I hear.
Okay, cool. So when it comes to movies, like what's that movie that you always go back to? What's that favorite flick, or how many of them? I know I have a bunch. So when it comes to
yeah, I got a bunch too, but man, I tell you, I really love the movie Friday. It's a comedy, but I love it, and the reason I love it is because I can watch that movie over and over and over and over again, and all of the actors, they was just so funny. I mean, they brought their game and they really brought that script to life. And there's not a whole bunch of movies that I can say that I'll watch over and over and over and over again. And each time I'm gonna laugh just as hard as I did, the time before. So that's definitely one of in my top 5 right there.
Oh man, most definitely. Friday gonna always. It's kind of like Coming to America, man. It's always gonna be one of them classic films.
Oh so, yeah.
In this film right here, man, just go ahead and introduce us to your character in the movie and tell us a little bit about him.
Okay. My character is Philip Grover. He's a sheriff of a small town. He's actually the first Black sheriff in his county. And he came from a list of other people in his family that were in law enforcement. So it was a no-brainer for him to get into law enforcement. So, he's the sheriff of the small town. He's a kind of laid back, curious kind of guy. He's a family man. He definitely loves his family. He loves to go fishing, and he's old school. And he's kind of like me to a sense, and realize he likes to look at the pretty women. He don't have a problem looking at the pretty women, and I'm kind of the same way. But I always say you can look but don't touch.
Yeah.
So yeah, Philip's a pretty cool guy. You know, he wants to uphold the law. He wants to do, you know, what's right. And yeah, he's a pretty cool dude.
As far as, you know, the role itself, because this is one of those where, you know, between you and Keith, you know, y'all take up so much of the screen time. And I was, you know, when I wrote this, it was kind of like, you know, this with the dialogue between you two is just kind of like this dance, and it flows so well, you know, in the film. How did you prepare for this role, you know, knowing that it was going to be just mostly you two, mostly in one location, you know, and taking up most of the screen time in the film?
So basically, once I got the character breakdown and kind of got a little history on the character and kind of got a feel for who he was and some of the things that he did, I got, first of all, I got my wardrobe together, which was a cowboy hats and jeans and a western shirt. And you know, I kind of went online and kind of did some research, and you know, then I kind of went back and forth with you and said, "Hey, is this the look you're going for?" Once I got that together, I got a better feel of who this guy was. And so, you know, I started learning my lines, and, you know, we did a couple rehearsals and kind of got the things down. And then on the day of, when we actually got in the scene and in the location, it just kind of flowed, you know, with some directions from yourself on how you wanted things to go. You know, it was a no-brainer for me because this character, he's kind of in the environment that I've been in, you know, in real life, growing up in a small town in Mississippi. You know, you kind of get that feel of what it was. So that's how I was able to kind of prepare for the role and just kind of piece everything together and, you know, make everything come to life.
Cool, cool. So, you know, as far as I would say challenges, would you say there were any challenges, you know, with the role itself, or, you know, preparing or actually filming the role? Did you have any challenges that you dealt with?
I wouldn't necessarily say any big challenges. The only thing I was concerned about was trying to make sure that I kept the tone of the character consistent. You know, I already have the Southern accent, so I wasn't really too much worried about that. I just didn't want to overdo it and try to do a Southern accent. So I just wanted to make sure everything was consistent and the tone stayed consistent throughout the whole movie. And that probably was my biggest challenge, even though I don't consider it a challenge, but
Yeah.
I would say that was probably the hardest thing.
Cool, cool. So, I mean, I know you hadn't seen the film yet. We heading toward our first premiere next month. Um, as far as, you know, without giving anything away, what would you say is your favorite line of dialogue or your favorite moment uh in the film?
I would say one of the favorite moments in the film, as far as making the film goes, is that we actually had real rain, thunder, and lightning going on while we were filming. I mean, that was probably the coolest thing I had ever seen, because I mean, the timing of that, it couldn't have worked out any better. And that was really a cool moment, because when we were filming and I was kind of, you know, creeping through the house and you could see the lightning flashing outside, I was just like, man, I was like, I can't wait to see what this looked like on the screen. So yeah, that was one of the coolest things. And then one of the moments, or one of my lines that I really enjoyed, was when I was looking out the window and I turned around, and Chief's character had the gun pointing at me, and I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Now ain't no need for all that.
Yeah.
That was like that was one of my favorite lines,
Yeah.
because it was just so subtle.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, it came across on screen. It looked great, man. And uh I mean, you know, having wrote that into it, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get some digital rain and all this and that. And for it to actually storm on the day, man, that was just like perfect.
Yeah, yeah. You couldn't have even planned that any better. Like it just worked out.
Yeah, it just, I mean, worked out. So that was needed to get that production value, man. It made it priceless. So,
Yeah.
you know, with Keith, you know, Keith is y'all are both the leads in the film. You know, how was it working with Keith, and what, in your opinion, makes a good scene partner to work
Man,
with?
it was great working with Keith. I mean, I've been seeing Keith's work over the years. but I never had a chance to work with him until now. And I always say, man, you know, I would love to work with that guy because he seems like he's doing his thing. He's grinding. He's serious about what he's doing. And then this provided the opportunity for me to work with him. And I must say it was great working with him. I mean, sometimes I caught myself watching him during the scene, and I was like, okay, you got to concentrate. You got to focus on what you need to be doing, because when he was doing his lines and I'm watching him, I was just in awe, man. I was like, wow. So it was definitely great working with him. And I think what makes a great scene partner is having somebody that listens, reacts, and responds to the other character and the dialogue and what's going on, and that you have great chemistry with them. So I would say that's part of what's having a great scene partner is about.
Oh yeah, great. So as far as like, what you have anything else other than Succuba, you have anything else that you're working on, or you have coming out that you want to talk about?
I have to think because I've been working on so much stuff. I don't have any other movies coming out right at the moment, but I do have some potential films that I'm going to be working on coming up with my sister Tamika Chambliss. She's from Memphis. She's a writer from Memphis, writer director, and I think we have about 2 or 3 projects that we're looking at that we're going to be working on. But as far as that, everything else is came out. I did a short film earlier in the year in Memphis, and then I did a couple TV shows. I worked on Better Call Saul. It already came out, but my scene didn't make it to the air. But it is going to be on the DVD that's supposed to come out by the end of the year. Okay. And then I worked on a show called Doom Patrol that comes on HBO Max. I haven't found out when that's supposed to come out yet, but I think it's going to be maybe around November, just according to me searching on the internet. Okay. So, but other than that, I'm just grinding and, waiting on opportunities and, trying to make my mark.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And anybody that doesn't know about Tamika, that poster behind you, I believe is it on YouTube? It's still going through the festival?
Yeah, I think it's actually still on YouTube. I think Ruin is on YouTube. Okay. And then I believe Timothy might be on YouTube as well.
Oh, okay. Y'all make sure y'all check those out. These are talented filmmakers, and those are wonderful films. And make sure y'all check that out. So, as far as Succuba Halloween night, if somebody were to come up to you and ask you, why should I get tickets to this premiere, what would you say?
And look, any and everybody should get tickets to this premiere because this movie is going to be dope. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen little bits and pieces from a teaser put together, and it just looks. I've had a lot of people actually that have made comments to me saying that they want to see it, they can't wait to see it, and I just really believe that the writing was like really great, and then the fact that we shot it locally there in Tennessee, with local people, and you being the jack of all trades, doing everything, like it's just gonna be so dope. I mean, there is no way people should not come out and check this movie out because they will not leave disappointed.
Yeah. And I think, man, like in the 2 films, the other film that is paired with, like this one, and they're so different, but yet they're so, they hold their own. And I think just that experience in itself, I think a lot of people are going to leave wild at what we were able to pull off. Because like the scene in Succuba between you two, without spoiling it, that's like some of my favorite work, man. I love just watching it. So I think people will be intrigued that I haven't seen all your work. I've seen quite a bit of it, but I don't know if you've played a character like this. Have you? Have you played a character that's pretty similar to
I'm probably not. Yeah. A lot of my characters that I have played, it's been like a villain, like a super villain, like bad guy type. I played a lot of those roles. I haven't done a whole bunch of subtle type roles, but definitely haven't played a role like this. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm so hyped and geeked about it. Like I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. I can't wait myself because, like I was telling Keenan the other day, man, I hadn't screened since 2018 with COVID and stuff, knocking everything off. So I'm looking to get back into the theater myself, and it's no better place to watch 2 horror films than with a crowd and hear everybody yelling at the screen and stuff. So I'm looking.
I already know you're gonna be proud, man, because I mean, to pull off what you did. I mean, you literally shot, edited, produced, directed, like, I mean, within like that short time frame, man, it's almost unbelievable.
Yeah,
so like, yeah, man, that's you you pulled a rabbit out of the hat on that.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, and that's what I tell people, man. If it's something that you want, go for it. Don't let anything stop you. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. But we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Is there anything else you want to put out there? Your social medias, anything else that you want people to know before we get up off of here?
I mean, y'all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm up under Keitra Jazz Copeland. So I'm mostly using Instagram and Facebook. I'm just now getting into TikTok a little bit, so I'm still trying to figure it out. And I really don't use Twitter like that, but Facebook and Instagram, Keitra Jazz Copeland. Follow me, support me, and you'll be able to kind of keep up with my journey because I always post stuff that I'm working on. I post pictures, videos, or whatever I'm allowed to post. So, just check me out on social media.
Cool. And I'm gonna have to get you to you know how to use TikTok because I have no idea. I'm on that thing and I don't know how to use that thing.
I created the profile and I think I uploaded like one video, and then I got a whole bunch of people start following me. I don't know how it happened, but I think if I get a little more active on there, I might be able to build my following up. So I just need to take the time to actually do it. I'm still figuring it out though.
Yeah, and I tell a lot of people, especially actors, man, you get on there and you can use TikTok and recreate scenes in movies and stuff. And man,
and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Start doing the little simple videos where maybe I put a voiceover over some crazy video or somebody doing something crazy, because I know that's real popular on social media right now.
The little voiceover stuff. So yeah, man, use it to your advantage, and just keep. And then I want to just say to you, I appreciate you for coming on board of this production and killing it. And I can't wait to everybody see what we were able to create with this movie, man.
Yeah. I definitely can't wait either, man, because I know people gonna leave there talking about this movie in a good way.
Okay. I appreciate you for coming on again, bro. And everybody out there, y'all make sure that you get your tickets for the Halloween double feature premiere, October 31st, Halloween night, 7 p.m. Malco Stage Cinema in Bartlett, Tennessee. Go ahead. The link is everywhere. You can find it on Keetric's page. You can find it on my page, or just DM one of us and we'll send you the link and let you know how to get it. Go ahead, get those tickets. You do not want to miss these films. So we thank you for tuning in on this interview with Keetric and myself, and we'll see you Halloween night.
Yes, sir. I look forward to seeing y'all.